Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Campaign 11 Foolish Burials. I'm your host, as always, Vernity Void. This here is part 8. Just a little bit of a foreword. I'm sorry if I don't sound as enthusiastic as the previous parts. It's the way I record these. I record these early in the morning because my sleep schedule is very fucked up. But I record these like a little past midnight, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and today at least I'm recording this as of recording the morning of Halloween. It's about 2:30 a.m. and I had plans to go out today, but I was just told not too long ago that I might not be going out. And that's it's the second round of plans for October that have been basically nullified, or well, I might or might not. It depends on if the other person confirms with me. But it's that is just weighing on my mind right now, and I don't know. It's occupying my mind. I'm annoyed, but at the same time just jaded about it. That's my overall feeling right now. I'm jaded, so I'm hoping recording can, snap me out of it. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Oh God, I don't know. Anyways, so part 8. Where were we? Enough about my emotions. Let's see what the emotions are of this campaign. If you want to know what happened in the last part, I encourage you to go watch the last part, because I'm not going over what happened in the last part. Two of you requested me go over Green's national ideas, so sure, we'll do a little bit of this. Next part I'll do whoever else, I'm not sure. The third national idea of Green is underground burrowing. Whenever we run out of surface area, just dig down. Our buildings love to be underground, especially. Global possible number of buildings +1. And the fourth national idea is wiggling carriages. Rolling in the dirt is actually faster than horses. Domestic trade power +10%. So yeah, Green has some pretty good national ideas for going tall, and they have been relatively isolated in comparison to everyone else. They're only just recently bordered Marathia, so they are definitely using that +1 building slot to their advantage, which is pretty cool to see. What are the current wars? Please tell me. Hakure, Brunei, and Mioren are going after the Lost Anglos, so obviously these lands up here, the Anglos cannot defend them. Actually. Oh, Neobuyeyo is also going after these lands too, so the Lost Anglos are probably going to lose the Korean Peninsula, I expect. I could be wrong, we'll see. Khazaria against Mesopotamia, yeah, I definitely remember that being the note we ended on last time. Mesopotamia, they launched a conquest over here in the east, and then as soon as they did, or just a little bit afterwards, they learned to regret it. So rough times indeed for a Mesopotamian, or for being Mesopotamian, that is. The Danelaw still under attack by Thestios, and it does not look like the Danelaw can hold out. Thestios running roughshod through this land. Look at those winged hussars. And then what else do we got? Well, the Danelaw actually expanded their holding in the mainland as Lamb continues to suffer defeat after defeat. Again, they very much are like a hollowed out nation, unfortunately. Even Zotamar could go up there and conquer the land, conquer some land from Lamb if they so desired, but it seems as though they do not. Mexico going after Choctamal and the Creek, and they do have the troops to do this. They just need to actually focus in, lock in. This is for Sotuta. Where's Sotuta? That's right up here, right? I don't know where Soltuta is. Oh, really? All the way down there? And Chuck the Mall has been building this up. That's pretty good. Yeah. You're not gonna be able to get down there that fast. Mexico. I got a little bit of a questionable decision here. However, it should be noted, Mexico is 3 military techs ahead of Chactemal. That's interesting. And what about Creek? 3 military techs ahead of Creek. Huh. Cool. Didn't expect that, honestly. What else? Dongola trying to finish off Kanem Bornu. Ava and Pagarayon going after Orissa and subsequently Maltasia, which means Maltasia is going to actually get some action here. Maltasia, do you have the troops? You are really running low on manpower, and you have rebels, and you have Ava coming in from the north. Whew. Maltasia, this two-front war is going to be a little tough to handle if I do say so. I don't think allying with Orissa was the best move. What else do we got going on? Mesopotamia, they did conquer a lot of Hassa. Hassa is left with 2 provinces. And Mesopotamia, they have lost almost their entirety of their homeland. That's rough. Holy shit, Khazaria. You on steroids or something? They might be. Like, that's a little much. And I think we're seeing like West/Central Europe kind of get divided up into their respective power blocks, and the leader of the Alpine Federation has been excommunicated for some reason. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we have Nongerheim basically being in the Isles and partly on the mainland. Breda, the Alpine Federation. I would have said Lamb, but we've seen that Lamb is not much of a factor in things, if I do say so. Zotomar can also be said to be a factor as well. However, they are a little behind on military prowess or military force compared to Nongerheim and Breda. Marathia allied with Hungary, Crimea, Lamb, and Khazaria. One of those is death. It means death, basically, and that's the alliance with Lamb. The Danelaw did lose to Thestias, however, they did not lose everything to Thestias. They still survive in Castoria. For now. Who else? Who else? Dare I say who else? Golconda, or... Oh no, Mesopotamia thinks they can go after... It's Golconda, okay. Daulatabad. Yeah, okay, apparently Mesopotamia with 3 military techs of advantage and just having the raw manpower to go through, just like they think they can get, they think they can tunnel through any defenses that Golconda has. Maltasia, they are suffering at the hands of Pagarayon. The two-front war has been eating away at them, unfortunately. And it's just, it's too much. It really is too much. They've lost their capital. Turns out those malted merchants just can't do enough. And Pagarayon, they're looking strong. Sumatra, home of the Buddhists. And Ava, you're going after, this is Fathabad. Where's Fathabad? Oh, it was right here. It was a colony, but it was burned down. So no war score is going to be ticking, but just raw war score alone, Ava kind of wins hands down. Golconda, they have called upon their ally of Sind, and Sind is definitely helping them out. If Golconda and Sind can wear down Mesopotamia's their army numbers over time and then just grind this war out, they will eventually probably white peace, but I'm not sure how feasible of a plan that really is. Any other wars going on? Songhai, trying to go after Oyo, maybe finish them off. Thestias is going after Fallen London, just like the Alpine Federation is. And it seems as though Fallen London, this is their true and final downfall. Okay, they are still around. They still survive in the Balkans, the, repository of many a nation. However, Alpine Federation, they are looking up and up, despite facing an invasion from Breda. So, I retract what I just said. It's looking down and down for the Alpine Federation, because only Hungary joined the war, and Hungary is not going to be enough to save your ass here, Alpine Federation. Breda is a monster, and they have come a knocking. They really have, and oh, it's just not good stuff. It really isn't. Lubeck is in this too. Yep, Breda, Lubeck, and Stargard, the three up here. That's GG, my friend. Anything over here? Okay, so Mexico lost a bit of land. The big thing they lost is this right here, Zacatecas. And it's a gold mine. It's a really nice gold mine. So losing that really hurts. But they are not out. They still have a lot of military tech ahead, or they are still ahead on military technology, and they can easily just keep going. They can go after Apache whenever they want, and I think they might, because I think if these troops were not tied up over here, and were instead over here in mainland Mexico, that war goes completely differently. But maybe I'm wrong on that. I'm not sure. Papacy is going to the New World. Roswy Empire, they have contacted Fraxenatum, at least in South Africa, that is. And, yeah, I think we all saw this coming for the Alpine Federation. As soon as anyone gets targeted by Breda, it's just... what do you do? Realistically, what do you do? I'm not entirely sure. The only one right now that I can see that can go maybe one-on-one with Breda is the Ancaroglus. They are the only ones. They are on the same military tech, and they have about equally as many troops. Khazaria is in like second place for that title, and then like maybe Nongerheim for third / Zotomar, but it's that's tough. What else do we got going? It seems as though that war Mesopotamia launched has indeed backfired. They cleaned up Golconda's troops that were in Arabia trying to pressure Mesopotamia's homeland, or at least where their capital is. But that's coming at a cost because they cannot really get their troops back over here. So Golconda and Sind, they're just sitting on the land, telling Mesopotamia, come on over here, we dare you. Maltasia lost any and all land they had on Sumatra, so Pagarayon claiming hegemony for this big ol' island. It's looking good for them. It's looking very good for the Buddhists. Oh god, voice crack. Miao is chillaxing, and hey, the Lost Anglos, they lost their foothold in Korea, or a good portion of their foothold. So they still have Hanseong, which is a really nice 40 development province, but Neobuyeo grows ever stronger. I really think that the Lost Anglos, they just need to build up their transport, well, their navy overall. That's the main crux of it. They need to build up their navy so that they can transport those 37K like wherever they need to. Once they do that, I think they'll be really well off. Also, Bone has all of Sulawesi. Good job. Macronesia, where are you colonizing? Have you fixed your economy? You have not fixed your economy. I will check in with you later and hope that you have learned to manage your finances a little bit better. But I have my doubts. We shall see. Pagarion, they are colonizing. No, you're not colonizing here. Where are you colonizing? You are colonizing in Java. Well, that's a natural stepping stone, I would say. Golconda, they took some land from Mesopotamia. It's looking good for the Decanis. Lubeck, you are facing a war against Nongerheim, and it looks like Breda. They broke that alliance with Lubeck, so now Breda is only allied with Stargard and Nongerheim. However, Nongerheim, despite how good those troops from the north are, Lubeck, they're piling together, and they have enough discipline, they have enough morale, and they have enough tactics to fight off the giants. Impressive stuff, Lubeck. I didn't think you would be able to, but I'm wrong. You can actually fend off the giants from the Isles. Keep in mind that Norse gives 15% naval and land force limit, so Nongerheim can field a lot of troops and a lot of ships. Lubeck, they can't field nearly as many ships, just in general. Zaramar, 22 ships. The Ankaroglus, 48 ships. Lam with 11. Breda with 50. Maratia with 23 ships. 22 ships for Stargard. Man, it really is like Nongerheim just has the navy to go, or the best navy. Albania going after Creek, trying to finish them off, and making mincemeat of Chuck Demal down here in the Yucatan Peninsula. I forgot who this was. This was Vestlichenman, formed Quebec. So, wait a minute, what? Oh wait, they changed their national ideas. What? No. Okay. It just the first name changed. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Because that's New Eulenburg or whatever. Like that's not French. Quebec is French typically. That's not a French name. Anyways, yeah. Hakure and Mioren picking a fight with Pagarion, Brunei, Madrai, Ava, and Wari. Well, I guess it's good that Hakure and Mioren can't really be reached over here with their combined fleets of around 80 ships. Taosai, not Taosai. Kappa units, you are chillaxing with 13 ships. Taosai has 13 ships as well. It's just that Taosai just can't really catch a break. They're just kind of isolated on Iceland. That's that's really about it. They're just isolated. Fraxinatum, no longer a republic that they once were. They are an Iberian culture harem. Because, yeah, okay. A harem it is. Dynasty Kenon Fobal. Who is that? Where is that even from? I don't even know. Fakafia, still no allies other than Isle of the Blessed. And the Isles, they've been relatively stable for a little bit. I'm just not sure if they're going to stay stable. The Ankaroglu is going after Garb, which is... Where's Garb? Oh, it's actually right here. So can Zaramar finally fend off the Ankaroglus? I really doubt it. Because, bro, even just by the rulers alone, a 3-3-2 on Zaramar versus a 6-6-5 on the throne of the Ankaroglus, that's looking like GG to me. Just a little bit. It's looking like a little bit of GG. Lam has joined in because they are allied with the Ankaroglus. This might be the only like good news Lam has had in the past, I would say 50, 60 years, I think. Like, the only opportunity for them to actually gain instead of consistently lose. It's just, well, you know, maybe if the Ankaroglus just take their sweet-ass time in North Africa, maybe Lam is actually going to just receive nothing but more bad news. That's a possibility. It really is. The Teutonic Order is a vassal of Hungary. Belobog has allied with Nongerheim. I didn't see that alliance coming. Also, Crimea is allied with Marathia. Okay. Didn't see that alliance coming. Either. This is the Mesopotamian conquest of Mandu. You think you can go after Handia and you're making it work? Oh, Handia also is getting divided up by Sindh. It seems as though the morale maxing of Handia is not enough. Just tell me one thing, Handia. I'm gonna pause. How much morale do you actually have? 4.71. Okay. How much does like Sindh have? 3.63. Okay. Golconda, 4.25. Okay, so a fairly decent amount, I would say. Handia like 0.4 to 0.6 above their neighbors, but it's just they don't have nearly as many troops as they need to fight off the enemy. Also, Hassa is in this war too, so they're just occupying, putting some pressure on Golconda. Golconda is a 544 general though, so that's looking like some good shit. Drigung, no allies, nothing to keep them safe. Baltistan is looking to take them out. Also, Mongolia finally borders someone. They border Makamatsu in full. Makamatsu, they are Tengri, but they have chosen Chan as their syncretic faith, so that's monthly splendor +2 and power projection from insults +100%. Interesting. Wari, allied with Brunei, Pagariong, and the Lost Anglos. Ava, still at war with Hakure and Myoren. Madurai. If I actually might let them form Tamilakam. Yeah, I'll enable the formation of Tamilakam in the next part because I think Madurai can do it. Right? They can almost do it. They can almost do it. They just need 10 more prestige. They get this mission, which I made because I made this whole generic tree. And then once they get that, that's supposed to be like the stepping stone toward, yeah, you can form Tamilakam. Cool. I didn't think they would actually get to that point. I am pleasantly surprised. Lamb did not receive any good news, and Zotomar pieced them out relatively quickly. So the Onkonoglus are really just on their own, but still winning, because the war score, or the war goal is Garb. Breda's going after Trieste. Of all places, Trieste. I forgot you had this province, Breda. And yeah, the papacy and their ally of Hungary. Yeah, the Catholics are taking another L. It is rough times here for the Catholics, I gotta say. The Catholics they're taking nothing but L's, if I'm honest. Taking nothing but L's. Because like one of the most prominent nations that was Catholic was Lubeck, and they turned Protestant. Also, Lubeck won against Nongerheim, so Lubeck is well and firmly settled into Scandinavia. They need to go after Stargard next, maybe? Yes, Stargard would be the next optimal target. But for now, at least, Hungary is going to get chewed up and spit out. And then the papacy is going to lose more land. I expect Breda to really entrench themselves into Italy after this war. I forgot to also enable Sudan. Dongola can form Sudan. They should be able to at least. Also Katara, they're just being divided up between Ajiran and Yaka. So now it's only a matter of time before Yaka and Ajiran go to war with each other. Maybe even the Razwi Empire will join in at some point. I'm not entirely sure. Hungary was pieced out, and indeed, it's like just Hungary can't do anything. They don't have any manpower to Fight back. Build up a strong army. They got nothing like that. The Ankaraglus, they're trying to make it across the strait. Zarmar, you need to quell them before they land any more troops. Stop the bleeding before it gets even worse. One that cannot stop the bleeding, though, is the papacy. And, oh lord, Crimea. Oh, the Khazars. They're looking hungry. They're looking for Azaraba. I think that's the province. It's, yeah, it's right here. I'm just curious if the Ankaraglus are really going to come back and defend, because if they do come back and defend Crimea in full, then, which it looks like they are, the Khazars are going to have a little bit of a tough time, if I do say so. And keep in mind, this is all Jewish land now. The Khazars have been converting through and through. They are a theocracy after all. Zarmar, they tried to take the initiative against the Ankaraglus in North Africa because they saw, hey, Ankaraglus are at war in the east. Maybe now is the time to capitalize. They lost, and because of that, they lose the entire war. More of North Africa ceded over to the Ankaraglus, so now the Turks can focus all of their attention eastward against the Jewish Khazars. Crimea sent back over here. Can the Khazars be stopped as they enter Anatolia with a big force of troops? That's around 90k troops. I'm going to take a look at the wars real quick. The Apache are going after Opera of Audio. Breda and Stargard are going after Lubeck. Oh, Lord. And Lubeck doesn't have any allies. That's the kicker. That is the real kicker. Marathia going after Green. And it looks as though Marathia will be okay because they have plenty of manpower. They're one military tech ahead. And they have more troops on the ground. Thestias going after Mzab. Peru going after, or Chenla turned Peru going after La Plata. What else do we got? Nongerheim going after the papacy as well. And Baltistan with their subject of Drigun. That's a subject, right? That is a subject. Going after Orissa, Golconda, and Maltasia. Got some interesting wars. Let's take a look at the diplomatic map mode for this one. So I think Baltistan has this one heavily in the bag. Breda. Yep. Lubeck is just fucked over. Holy shit, also, I didn't even realize this, but Breda took a huge chunk out of the papacy. Good gods. And the papacy is at war with Nongerheim. Apache, only at war with the Opera of Audio, but that war that didn't last long at all. And Opera of Audio is no longer a subject of 9VG, therefore their color got reset. For some reason. I'm not sure why. But okay. Also, colonists have shown up in Central and South America. We have Zarmar over here, Lamb, and there's probably going to be no provinces exchanged between Peru and La Plata, but La Plata definitely cannot do anything. There's just nothing there. Nongerheim also dedicated a substantial number of troops to the New World. Maybe Nongerheim is actually interested in taking some New World land. Mopaka also slowly losing some land to the United States of Albania. It is tough competing with the Albanians with how much power they have accrued from taking all of the eastern coast of North America. Or, well, most of the coast, not all of it. You know what I mean. You know. God, I can feel like I'm lower energy than I usually am for these parts, and I hate it, but I'm just trying to move past it. I'm sorry if I'm not my usual self. Green is actually making a great effort with mercenaries from Belobog joining in. Marathia, they're struggling to address the bleeding, address the issues that Green is presenting. If they can relieve the siege at their capital, that'd be fantastic, but it's not guaranteed. Marathia, let's see the stats. Green has way less discipline, has less morale and less tactics. It seems as though Maratia is in the all clear. They just don't have enough troops to secure the battle. Oh. If they had a few more troops to just put into the fray, they would have won. But Green, they succeed. And the capital at Neva, it's going down, unfortunately. Maratia, it was looking shaky for a little bit, and it's just, now it's falling apart. It's falling into pieces. The Khazars, they've been driven out of Anatolia for now. The Ankaraglus making a return. The Khazars may be draining, they might start being drained of manpower soon enough. Time will tell if the Ankaraglus can actually, like, continue on and press into the land of the Khazars, or if they want to push up and relieve the Crimeans. Crimea is doing their best to hold out. They're unsieging their capital over here. So, you know, best of luck. The Khazars, they're not going down without a fight. Just look at the stats here. Same discipline. The Khazars have more morale. The Ankaraglus have a very slight edge in tactics. It is a matter of who takes the best fights and who has the most manpower at the end of this war. Excuse me. The Khazars, despite taking some good fights so far, they are losing in terms of manpower. They are just about done, versus the Ankaraglus have a little bit left in the tank, as do the Crimeans. Capital of Maratia is down. It looks like Green has overwhelmingly won this war. Maratia suffering a disastrous defeat, just like Lubeck over here. It is a disastrous defeat. But whereas this war, in my opinion, was close, this war was absolutely not close. Blazing Saddle separatists are revolting in Lamb, and it doesn't look like Lamb is going to address them, or maybe they can't. Will we see the Blazing Saddle come back to life? That would be amazing. I don't think they will last long, but that would be amazing. Mesopotamia going after Sind and Golconda again. Oh no, it's just Sind this time. So Mesopotamia, can you actually like rout and conquer Sind? That would be an interesting prospect. Golconda, they lost a little bit of land to Hassa over here. But I think there'll be more. Oh, never mind. Disregard whatever I was going to say, because holy shit, they have no troops. Absolutely nothing. Manpower, thing of the past. Not even something you can think about. Miao, however, oh lord. Miao is hungry and they want Shigatse. And it's already down. Baltistan. Yeah. They're not resting. Baltistan, you need to like rally something quick. And you only have Dragong in here, but Dragong is not going to contribute that much. Oh boy. And Miao is one military tech ahead. This war looks like it might be decided from the outset. The Khazars, they're slowly being grinded down in this war. But as the Ankaraglus run out of manpower as well, they too will be grinded down by these innumerable battles. You need to send your forces in if you really want to have this war be won. Right now, it's very, very slightly in the favor of the Khazars, but it is not a guaranteed win. Green indeed took a huge chunk out of Maratia, including their capital. So very, very good war for Green. Breda absolutely eviscerated Lubeck with Stargard. So any semblance of like nice Lubeck land over here is just gone. Just gone. What other wars do we got going on? Mexico is going after the Aztecs and Mopaca. Can Mopaca land some troops to help out? I personally don't think so. So I think the Aztecs are just going to be left out to dry. The Aztecs are one military tech behind, but Mexico just has like 3-4 times as many troops. It's a pure quantity game at this point, so Mexico's probably going to annex all of that and get ready to go against Chactemal, if I had to guess. Ah, yes, the Giants did take some papal land in the New World. And also, the Alpine Federation, before I could even look at it, they sniped Rome from the papacy. The papacy is now left to one province in the New World. It is a dark day for the Catholics indeed. Good gods. Okay. And just as it was looking okay, the war between the Ankaroglus, Crimea, and Khazaria, Belobog jumps in and says, you ain't done. You have round 2 with me. And Crimea, the Ankaroglus said, I can't help you there, man. I'm exhausted. You're on your own. So I do believe Belobog is going to sweep through and completely just run over Crimea. Yeah, Crimea doesn't have a military at this point. They only have 10k on the ground. It is looking like GG for this war right here. What else do we got? Khazaria is going after more of Mesopotamian land, along with Madurai. Meow. They're making it work against Baltistan. Mesopotamia also really won against Sind, and just holy shit. The coastline is being monopolized by Mesopotamia. They may have lost against the Khazars earlier, but it's like they really want to capitalize in India. But even as they capitalize in India, they still take loss after loss against the Khazars. It's not enough. It's just not enough. Just like it's not enough over here. Meow, sure, they lose one battle here, but they still got plenty of troops waiting in the wings. Is it going to be enough later on, though? Or is Baltistan going to concede this war? The war score still favors Meow, but the more I look at the numbers, it's seeming as though Baltistan is slightly in favor. Or slightly being favored. Curiouser and curiouser. Oh my god. Oh hey! Songhai formed the United West African Republic. Or United African Republic. And they are now going after Dongola, or Dongola is going after them. Okay. What else do we got? Zaramar is going after Kereb. Kereb might actually be able to defend, depending. No. Zaramar is 3 military techs ahead. That's quite a bit, if I do say so. The United African Republic versus Dongola, they're about on the same in terms of quantity, but the UAR is 1 military tech behind Dongola, so it's not looking good for the UAR. Mzab, Thestias is going after Balirmu, and what's it called? The Ankaroglus are going after Susa. Where's Susa? Where do I... Oh, Susa's actually... No, wait, what? Oh, okay, I thought that was somewhere else. My bad. The Ankaroglus look like they're going to take the affirmative measure against Mzab, though, so we'll see. Oh, Breda is going after Oldenburg, which means Lamb v. Breda, and also the Ankaroglus are in this. So Breda, with their overwhelming number of troops, is going to go against the Ankaroglus with slightly less troops. We'll stop this. We'll do November of this year, actually, 1634. Because this video is running on about it's running toward 40 minutes. Ooh, Brunei is going into Dai Viet. Okay. Makamatsu. Why? Why would you go after Mongolia? With Neo Buyeo, what has Mongolia done to you? Mongolia hasn't done anything to you. You fiend. Also, Yaman, no, they're just chilling. They're just chilling. We only got a couple more months in this part and we'll be done. And Zaramar, trying to finish off the Isle of the Blessed in Iberia. I doubt they're going to go land on the actual isles themselves, but we'll see. And there you go, November 1st of 1634. We'll conclude it there, and yeah, Dongola fully invading the UAR, Mesopotamia being manhandled by the Khazars, and Miao, they did win against Baltistan, but perhaps not in as quite of a firm victory as they would have wanted. They did get Shigatse as well as Serfu, but I wouldn't say that they got as much as they would have wanted. Also, Hakure and Myoren, they're still chilling. They didn't win anything. They didn't lose anything. The only real thing, only real tag right now that is just chillaxing, doing their own thing, is Al Jazeera, Al Qadra turned Australia. Legit, this is like the most peaceful place now that Macronesia has been kicked out of Australia. All that, what's it called? All that Al Jazeera wants now is just like, they want to chill. They want to chill in Australia and settle down, just have a good life. How's their Navy doing? 34 ships? That's not bad for the region. But that's going to be about it. I'm going to enable Madurai to form Tamilakam next time, and I'm going to enable Dongola to form Sudan next time. And that should be that. Yeah, let's go over that leaderboard, I suppose. So, in first place is Breda. Actually, I just remembered something. Before we end off today, you know what we can do? We can look at the institutions, because a new institution did spawn as of 1600, and that is global trade. Of course, you know who is going to spawn global trade. It's the most valuable trade node in the world. It's over here. Breda, they get more steroids, you know? Why not give Breda more steroids, you know? Why not? Anyways, the leaderboard. In first place is Breda. In second place is the United States of Albania. In third place is Zaremar. In fourth place is the Ankaroglus. In fifth place is the Alpine Federation. In sixth place is Belobog. In seventh place is Khazaria. In eighth place is Nongerheim. In ninth place is Lubeck. In 10th place is Mexico. In 11th place is Stargard. And in 12th place is 9VG. That'll be all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.